What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're trying something a little different. We've seen some mono green stuff, we've seen some mono white aggro stuff, we've seen a few things trying to be tricky with some landfall triggers and whatnot. And then I decided, well, what if we again do another mashup today and we're going to play some Selesnya Aggro in Standard 2022. And this actually should work okay. It's really a good mix, and honestly, I'm very surprised of how this came together, but it's basically going to be playing some early aggro creatures that you're used to seeing in a couple of the decks, and then taking advantage of some higher cost finishers that are really good to come out after some of these sweepers and other things you're seeing from several of the decks in the format right now. And the best part about it is because it's Standard 2022, if you still decide to build it late in the season, there's probably going to be new cards you can include in this list. So let's get to it and take a look at this Selesnya Aggro list. Now, generally speaking, whenever you're seeing Selesnya Aggro lists, it's usually been some type of Magecraft stuff, but I'm not really worried about playing Magecrafty things right now. So we're going to try to go a whole different direction and see if it works out. So we're starting with 4 Blizzard Brawl, which means we are going to be playing snow-covered lands because, well, Blizzard Brawl's a fantastic fight spell, removal spell. Can't really argue with it too much. We have Jaspera Sentinel, because we're going to need to be playing some 4 and 5 mana things, and Jaspera Sentinel helps us with that. But I think just the reach from Jaspera Sentinel is totally fine because it allows us to block several dragons, opposing elite spellbinders and things like that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and play 4 of them. If we're playing aggro and we're playing white, y'all know the drill. You got to be playing some Luminarch Aspirant. It's very hard to get away from this card. We're going to be playing 3 Inscription of Abundance. This is going to be our other removal spell, but also in some ways, you know, it's going to be your pump spell to protect you during combat. It's going to be a life gain spell. It's a really, really versatile card that allows several things to happen. So we're going to see where it plays out as these games go on. Prosperous Innkeeper. This one's probably the most questionable card in the deck, but it's mostly here for the treasure and the mana more than anything else. But there are enough aggressive decks when you're talking about mono white, mono green, the various goblin decks, things like that. So like gaining a little bit of life actually won't hurt you. It just doesn't really help you all that much. But that extra treasure really could be important. Then we got 4 Ranger class because again, we're trying to take advantage of all the good cards that these 2 colors offer us for what we're trying to do. And Ranger class quickly becoming the best of the class cards. Honestly, it's all around really good. Elite Spellbinder. I would like to have a 4th in here, but for now we're going to go ahead and play 3, and I think that's fine. Nothing too upsetting about that. The card's just good. 1 Redain, because we're going to try this out and see how it works, because both sides of Redain are good. Even if you just need something to slow down the opponent from playing more expensive cards, Redain does that. If you want to slow them down from just getting their key things into play because they have snow lands, Redain does that. You know, or if you want to just keep those little pesky aggro creatures from bothering you, well, I guess Redain doesn't do that, but the Valkmira does that. So, you know, gotta try at least one. Playing 1 Felidar Retreat, mostly because, again, we're trying to build an aggro deck that has a little bit of reach against those slower control matchups, and this is a way you could do that by just getting free creatures when you draw those lands. It keeps you from having dead draws effectively. Then we have Eska's Chariot. We all know what this does, just making the cats and making more tokens. Also, you can get more cats, so that's always awesome. Yasharn, I don't know if 3 is the right number. We could probably get by with just 2 Yasharn, but it's a big 4/4 for 4. It keeps your opponent from sacrificing things, which is a big deal when you have so many treasures in the format. Also gives you lands for a Felidar Retreat, so it does that. I like a lot of what it has going on. Then we've got 2 Froghemoth, just because we want something with haste again. So if your opponent decides they want to sweep the board, you can get in there with haste and come after them. And a big thing here is that because it's possible for you to have Ranger class, especially already set up with at least the +1/+1 paid on it, you can actually attack with a 5/5 Froghemoth, which means even if your opponent were to Blood on the Snow and get back a Loth, and they have the 2 spiders, you can actually punch past the spiders and still clear Loth. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a really, really good setup in this build. Then we have Drizzt Do'Urden. We're playing a 1 of, just because a big double striker is nice. Having the cat die, pump up Drizzt is really cool. Maybe we need more than 1, maybe we need 0, but I'm willing to try it out here and see if it helps us clear out any games. Then for And we're playing 2K with a Frost Dragon because the game goes long. We want something to at least spend our mana on. We have 6 snow-covered plains, 2 Lair of the Hydra, another creature land, so we can fight with that, 8 snow-covered forest, 2 Arctic tree line. Not a fan, but we don't have that many multi-lands, so we're just going with what we got. And then 4 branch off pathway. So pretty good setup of land. I don't really think it's going to be a problem. A lot of the stuff only really needs 1 of a color, except for the Froghemoth. So this should work out pretty well overall. But y'all know the drill. We're going to play the games. At the end of the games, we're going to talk about what we would update and change. And we're going to have a card spotlight for you. Mulligan. We'll keep this one. Get rid of Arctic Tree Line, maybe? We could keep that. Well, no, because we're going to play that. We'll play that on 2, I guess. Guess we get rid of forests? I mean, plains? That's weird. Okay. Warlock class. That's not going to be a lot of fun, is it? I wonder if we should Ranger class here first to make sure we at least get something as opposed to playing a creature and having it die. And if we really want, I mean, I guess next turn we could Innkeeper. Actually, I don't know, maybe just Innkeeper and wait. And then we try to cast Drizzt and company next turn. It probably doesn't live very long, but I feel like we still got to try, you know? It's also possible I end up with just a Drizzt whenever, like, you know, Shadow's Verdict goes off. But they've got mana open, so I'm assuming... Oh, well, that's actually pretty nice. That changes things quite a bit. This might just get countered. Nope. Oh, Soul Shattered. Yeah, that's fine. Like, if that's what's getting Soul Shattered, great. Ooh, Shadow's Verdict, Tested Talents, Negate. Well, since we have a bunch of creatures, we don't really care about these negates and Tested Talents, so we'll just take that. And so we've got 3 turns to race the Tested Talents, right? Because they play a land, and they have to find a land. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because we still get to maintain a treasure. So we still have access to 5 mana next turn. We can cast Drizzt and try to go big. That's our plan now. Shambling Gas, annoying, but fair. Alright. So if we attack, we're shortening the clock on what they need if the opponent chooses. Actually, we're not even, it's not even worth for us to attack there, because they can still activate their Faceless Haven as well. So, okay, well, we're going to be on a very, very short clock. So what's our plan here? How much can we hit the opponent for? Let's go ahead and level that. Let's assume they find another land. This, like, if we attack, they're going to be able to go ahead and use their Shadow's Verdict, right? We know that's a thing. So, realistically, we just attack with the expectation of only really getting to resolve these 2. So we attack, attack, attack. Putting the counter on the wolf. So the opponent doesn't have any quality blocks, they just get to block and get a treasure. Unfortunately, this other ranger class isn't really going to resolve because of all the negates and stuff over there. Alright, opponent's going to take 7. Further growing my... Oh wait, did Drizzt not grow? If it had power greater than Drizzt, it should get a +1/+1 counter. Oh, because it's exiled, maybe? I'm kind of confused about what just happened there. There's obviously something I'm missing. But this gives us a chance to get our Ranger class down. And this dude down. So we're going to get a big pile of damage in there. Put the counter on it. Get in there for 10. Alright. I think that's maybe gonna do it. Depends on what else is in their hand here. Oh, that does. We go first. This is about as good as we could hope for here. Let's do it. So just a Sparrow Sentinel into Aspirant, and then hope for the best. That's kind of what we're doing here. Remember when we used to be able to protect creatures by putting +1/+1s on them? That was a good time, wasn't it? Now it's not a thing. The removal doesn't give a damn if you have a counter anymore. Okay, the opponent didn't do anything too productive there. Then I think I want to do this. Maximize my damage a little bit so I can end up attacking with like a 3/3 or something if we wanted to next turn. Still get some damage in there. If they play something that's only a 1 power for some reason, we can get in with multiple creatures. I assume, like I said, I was assume it's bigger than that, but you never know. Let's go ahead, play this. We won't be attacking with that, so let's go ahead, put a counter. Tap this for green, tap this. I kind of want to put a counter. I might as well. Like, you're not going to trade. They're not in a great shape to fight it either. I mean, they can, but with no snowlands, it's not a good fight. They can make a troll here, though. Yep. We will fight a troll, I think. Oh, they're like, fine. You wanna do that? You're gonna have to get through 2 creatures. And they're not wrong. We still might want to do that. But we could just pay 4 for that too, which is another thing that probably makes sense since our hand is all lands. Okay, I think we do it because we make this a 5. They still have to double block and we kill a troll. Actually, I'd probably just kill a wolf though, because making it a 6 doesn't do anything. So I think smart money is to do this. And then attack here, put the counter on that. And then it's up to the opponent what they want to do. Alright, we'll kill the wolf. The wolf is the more dangerous thing here. And besides, you just get troll back anyway, theoretically, of sorts. Let's do this so I can leave up max blockers in case we feel the need to. And there could have possibly been a 1-mana thing on top, and we would have gladly played it, but that was not the case. Alright, how many things die to fight spells here? Here comes number 1. Yep, makes sense. Here comes number 2. You've been sitting on them. Oh, really? Okay, no blocks. Thought that was going to be worse. Man, let my next card below this be a Froghemoth, please. That'd be great. Froghemoth. Ah, just lands. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Wow. We have not drawn a spell. We have drawn just lands. Yeah, we're pretty much dead then. I'm assuming at this point they're doing math on, do they want to attack with their creature lands, or do they want to use a inscription? And now if they have an inscription, we're just dead. So we're gonna go to 8, make an inscription, fight a thing. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. That was a whole lot of not fun. Ooh, we get to go first, but not with this. This looks like a little bit of a repeat from last time. But you know what? Glutton for punishment. Let's do it. Okay, we got through a turn there. If we can find another land, that makes this not the worst thing, maybe, right? Nah, because I still only have access to 4 mana. Ah, well. Counters on it. Acquisitions experts. Guess sadly it's got to be that. Because we're not going to cast it, and there's no telling what we're going to draw. Ooh. Well, things are what they are, I suppose. What's worse is I have a feeling I'm going to end up discarding this, because this is likely just some type of Turgid deck. So all I can really do is this. Attack for 3. Play this. And pass. This gives me access to 4 mana if we draw like Yasharn or Retreat or any of that stuff. Oh, not good. Gosh, dang it. Wow, that sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna put a counter here. And pass. And we'll see if maybe they spend mana to try to kill one of our Jaspera Sentinels. Or if they actually want to make us just discard our last card here, which is probably what they're going to do. Yep, that sucks. Well, we tried. Lost both Froghemoths, which could have been pretty neat here. But they are ultimately going to amount to nothing. Alright, well the good news is we can at least attack with 2 of them. If the opponent wants to trade, they can trade. Because all we drew was the little things, and the only 2 big things we drew we can't cast. Would much rather have drawn a 4 mana thing instead of a 5 mana thing, but here we are. And now I have access to 5 mana, but we don't have a 5 mana thing to play. Alright, Vorpal Sword. Has Deathtouch, that's fine. Another thing with Deathtouch, that's fine. Hydra, huh? Well, I guess on the plus side, we don't need these all that much anymore. So there's that. Well, if you want to trade, you trade. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Yep, load up. We're just going to die to a Vorpal Sword. Oh, they chose not to. Oh, they can't equip yet. Well, not for... They can pay the cost, but... Okay, we'll take 3. We'll probably get to the point where we can't even attack, right? Because we're just going to need to block the Vorpal thing. Okay. Come on, something relevant. Come on, something relevant. Well, they're 1 mana short because they got to pay 8. 2. Oh, they only have... No, they only have 6. They're 2 short. Okay, well, that's a start to something. Like, I'm not going to complain. Alright. No attacks. Unfortunately, I mean, I guess I should have went ahead and paid and just taken 3 in the air, right? That would have made the most sense. But yeah, I mean, if opponent wants to, I mean, there's not a lot we can do here, so sure. What's next? Another one? Probably so. If they draw hot, they draw hot. Nothing we can do about it. Shadow Stinger. Okay. Sure. Those are magic cards. And if you want to attack for 3, you're welcome to do that. All right. Interesting decision. We're gonna put 1 on here, 1 on here. And not attack. Since all their creatures are on the ground now, we do have reasonable stuff on defense, so we're not too concerned for the moment. Though they can keep getting the skeleton back and do that whole thing. Like, we know that's a thing. Yep, we're just gonna take it. No concern until they have another mana. Actually, 2 more mana, because they still only got to 6. Yep, makes sense. Oh, come on, deck. Like, now we're not even being funny about it. Come on. Oh, boy. Okay. Sure? Not even sure how much we care here. Alright. Let's make a couple of 3/3s, I guess. Just leave everything sizable. Man, at some point, we're gonna have to try to outrace this. They'll block Innkeeper here. They didn't block Innkeeper. Weird. That's what I would have blocked. Huh. Okay. To each their own, I guess. I guess you give them both Deathtouch. That's fair. Man, just no mana here has not allowed us to operate. We need to be playing stuff off our library. Need to be doing so many other things here that we're just not able to do. I kind of like the little craftiness that the opponent's got going on, though. I mean, I could appreciate that. Sure. 3/4 Deathtouch sounds good. I assume they're going to attack and then move the counter over and do that whole thing. I mean, if we'd had a flyer this whole time. Oh, and there goes Yasharn and whatnot. Now that sucks. Ugh. Of course, the things we want are all in the yard now. Yasharn would have been awesome. Yep. Alright, come on, deck. I mean, I guess it's something. Sadly, we have to burn our treasure there, though. Alright. No attacks. This is the worst. Like, alright, they got the 7 lands. Probably have to do something silly like double block a Shadow Stinger or something here. Yep. I mean, it's really just all their mana to, like, redraw, blah, blah, blah. You know, put it back in hand, move the equipment over, do that whole thing, recast. But it's all good. Nothing else we were going to do, really. Yep. Yep. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. This is the worst. This is the worst. My gosh. I mean, Alright, turn something into a 4/4, I guess. They can at least single-handedly crew the chariot. I mean, if they get a land, we eventually are just getting close to where we're going to die anyway. Because then we're forced to just block every turn, and obviously we don't have anything else to play, so we're not going to be able to keep up with the pace. And now if we draw anything that even costs 4, we can't cast that. So I'm not even really sure what we're hoping to draw here, in all reality. I mean, I think we just take 3, go to 11. Yep. Just go to 11. Doom 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 doom. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe the plan is just activate chariot. Oh, there was a feed the swarm. That sucks. Well, the opponent's at least been drawing things they could do. Alright. I mean, if they have another removal card, which is probably smart, I would say, well, there wouldn't be a removal and activate, so that's a thing, I guess. And of course, there's your Sharn that we can't cast. It's just been one of those games. Alright, on the plus side, we can at least make another creature here. So we activate with this. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should just tap the Luminarch Aspirant. I don't know. That's probably wrong, too. Put the counter here. We'll attack. Copy this. Put a counter here. And then we'll just hope. Not much else we can do. And we're definitely losing the chariot on this exchange. That's for sure. But I mean, this is the only way we're going to get ahead. We have to force the Stinger to block and then leave them with one. Oh, okay. So they're not even blocking the others. Interesting. They want to make sure to always have 2 Deathtouchers, is what they're working on. Well, no, because they had 2 Deathtouchers anyway. They were just choosing to not give up the creature. Okay. Well, there's their 7 mana. Okay, well, that's fine. We give up your Sharn, but we couldn't cast it anyway, so that's neither here nor there. Now we're just looking... Well, we don't even have any... What? We lost 3 Jaspera Sentinels early, so all we could draw is 1 Jaspera Sentinel. We can get a fight spell would be good, actually. Fight spell would be real nice. Okay. Interesting that they put that there when they could just give that Deathtouch. Very peculiar. Yeah, I'm not going to block. I mean, I think that's one of the few ways we can actually win. Yeah, of course, 3 lands. Sure. What's that other card? Oh, they're just looking to move the equipment. Okay, that's fine. Uh-oh, more mana coming. That's not good. Oh, it's just the other skeleton. That's okay. Alright, so no matter what, we gotta leave 1 creature back. Question is, who do we leave back? Oh, Cat, is it your turn? And hope the opponent doesn't top deck something. Then we would take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fair. Or are we leaving just leaving the Luminarch Aspirant back to block here on our side? That's the other option. I think it has to get in there, right? Actually, I just realized there is a problem here, because if the opponent actually has something... Well, no, it doesn't matter. If they have Blood Chief's Thirst, we're going to die anyway. If they have a removal card, they at least can't pump that. But then we die because we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's no good. I think we have to just take our shot, though. I'm going to do this. And I don't know, one of these becomes a 5/5. Okay. I mean, because I can still block a 1/1 with the Luminarch Aspirant. Okay, well now we can't take lethal next turn. I guess we could. No, because they're going to have to move the sword. So yeah, we don't take lethal next turn. So that's good news. Alright, they're going to have to spend mana to either recast skeletons, do something here. So that's positive. They're also not going to let more than one creature through on the attack. Oh, they found a Feed the Swarm. Oh, gross. Oh, that sucks. That one hurts. That one hurts. I was hoping they wouldn't draw removal there, maybe just a land, but when your opponents have it all, y'all, they have it all. Alright. God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I would just like, what if we got a fight spell here? That'd be cool. For once, get rid of, like, the acquisitions expert. That'd have been great. No deal, friend. No deal. Okay. Well. I mean. Sure. 1, 2. I gotta figure out what each one of these is targeting. Okay, this one hasn't been targeted yet. And then we'll pump a cat, I guess. Alright, let's see what happens. The opponent goes down to 2. I was gonna say, I assume you block with the acquisitions expert. So this takes out 3 of their defenders. We lose 2, though they're gonna be able to have something with the Vorpal Sword next turn. We'll have 2 attackers to their 2 blockers. Oh my gosh. Likely still in a situation that if we were to draw a fight spell, we would be okay. Skullport Merchant. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to equip something with the sword. I mean, literally, if we can draw a fight spell to get the Skullport Merchant out of the way, can we win? No, because they'd be able to let 6 through and go to 7. Oh, that sucks. Well, that wasn't it anyway. So first things first is we actually have to tap like this. Oh, wait. Hold on. Opponent's at 7. We can make this a 4/4. We can make this a 4/4. Because we can make this a 3, actually, and make that a 5/5. Oh, boy. Alright. We'll activate this. Make it a 3. Even though I probably should be setting up the top of my library. And then we'll attack. I'm going to entice the opponent to not block our land. But who knows? I would probably still block our land anyway, if it was me, but Yeah, I was going to say. That makes the most sense. Alright, so they go down to 2. We just need them to miss for a turn. And let us draw something relevant. Ugh. Alright, we got them down to 2. Again, if they play those 2 creatures, they will have 1 with Deathtouch. Oh no, actually... Oh, they can't. They don't have enough mana. Oh, finally. Finally. Alright. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Despair Sentinel? Nothing. Alright, fine. We're just going to end up with 2 monsters here. Alright. There's double block. I mean, that's what you do. Okay. I feel like we've fought so hard to weather such a big storm here. And we are still in a bad spot, because if they do play one of these and find a removal, then they play the skeleton, put the sword on it, then we're kind of stuck because we can't attack knowing that they'd have lethal with the sword. But they didn't have it. They're just replaying skeletons here, so now is our chance to find some creatures. Gosh, dang it. Really? Oh my word. This is the worst thing ever. Oh, this is brutal. It's just so savagely sad. It really is. The only good news is the opponent is trying to maintain some parity of number of blockers to what we have as attackers. So as long as they have to spend mana to put it back in their hand, cast it, and spend mana to kill a creature, they're not likely to get ahead and be able to still give something Deathtouch. That's kind of the situation we're in at the moment. But I need to get creatures before they get the ability to play more spells, or then we fall behind and lose. So I really need these next couple of cards, after this snow-covered forest, obviously. Okay, this is where it gets dangerous, sadly. We need it to be a creature. Hey, it's a start. Oh, that one was not, though. Oh, crap. Poop. Alright, we can't attack. We just have to hope we have multiple creatures on top at some point. Like, I don't know how this has happened, but this is where we are. Alright, they're playing a skeleton. That's good news. Also means they can't kill us now, so they're not going to attack. So that's good. Draugr Necromancer, that sucks. Because now if something dies, they get it. We don't want that to happen. And another sword. We're not too worried about the other sword. Okay. Maybe? Come on, let there be another creature after this. There is. Thank goodness, and it's a flyer. Oh my goodness. Oh, that changes so much. Thank you, deck. Finally. Alright. No attacks. Putting it on the opponent to find something here. Oh my goodness. Opponent's deck was insufferable. Come on, opponent. Like, that's it. That's it. I'm definitely blocking. There is no question about that. And if you give it trample or something, so be it. I'm dead. Like, whatever. GG's. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh. Okay, it looks like this is a keeper. Oh boy. That's not what we wanted to see. But you know what? With the hand we have, I might be tempted to block here, believe it or not. I mean, they didn't play an Asper or anything turn 1, so what you got here? Code Spell Cleric, cool. Ooh, that might have been a mistake. I probably could have got away with playing that to just spare a Sentinel here. Because there's a good chance that they just play Apparition. And that makes this turn worse. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. Total mistake. I should have just given them the Jaspera Sentinel. But, things being what they are, let's compound some mistakes. Oh, can't do that, obviously. JK. Ah, how lousy. I guess it means I at least get to block a Spellbinder. So there's that. I mean, I was gonna say, I know which one you're taking, opponent. That's not even a question. Oh, that's randomly convenient. What do we do with that information? I mean, we could fight a Spellbinder and attack. It's probably one of the better things they're gonna have, right? Alright, now don't play an awesome small creature, please. I mean, there's arguments to be made that I could have saved it to see if we draw a land next turn, because then I could Froghemoth, protect the Froghemoth and get in there. Because now if they play something on the ground that's like a 2-power, we wouldn't be able to attack safely with our Froghemoth. That's actually smart by the opponent there. Keep us off our other creature. And a Code Spell Cleric. Alright, there you go. No, we wouldn't have got there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, good enough. So now in the weird spot, because if they attack, okay, well now you're not trading so much. That's a good attack there. Good setup. Though, I think I'm still willing to trade my Froghemoth for the rest of your team if you're down with that, opponent. Oh, I actually don't even think we need to do that, actually, now. I should attack first. Alright. Then we get to get in there with Froghemoth plus things, and I like that. Sure. What you want to pump up? Take your pick. Oh, that's it? Cool, cool. I am willing to just take it, I think. Alright. Take 8, go to 8. We Froghemoth, we'll get to gain some life. Maybe. Or they trade us a bunch of dudes. I mean, that's fine too. Yeah, either way. We're good, no blocks. I'm willing to risk it. Biscuit for the biscuit. Plus we'll have a Redain. So, yeah, whatevs. Tap, tap. And we're going to get in with quite a few things here. This. Copy that, so we have another blocker. I mean, it's trade me at least 3 for 1 on the Froghemoth. If you do, we get a 2/2 back in the process. I mean, you're going to give me... Yeah, exactly. You're going to be the Luminar Casprint? Ooh, this hand's very interesting. I'll keep this one. I mean, I need some things to go our way to develop right, but I'm into it. Especially if the opponent decides to... Well, this might be just the Simic ramp deck, though. Not cool deck. We needed that to be a land, not a Yasharn. Alright. Oh, I actually thought they were going to have like a Jawari's Disruption or something there. Ooh. Well. Sure. I mean, because if you want to bounce this, we don't care. Cool. Alright then. I mean, you could divide by 0 if you want to. Yeah, I'll let him divide by 0 this. I don't care. You're going to take 5. Still 2 turns away from casting that. Wow, they actually let it resolve? Huh. Now I'm a little concerned. What is that unknown card? Because you can't target the token with the divide by 0. You don't want to bounce our ranger class, because we spent no mana into it. I mean, you hit the Spellbinder, then we're just going to take the Sweeper out of your hand. So, yeah, I was going to say, that's not a good scenario. Preventing your Sharn was like the only good thing they could do with that, I think. Yeah, because like now, just let the opponent take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go to 4, and then we try to get them with a Froghemoth next turn. And we can actually protect something whenever the other thing comes out. So, yeah. Sure. Oh, actually, you know what the mistake was? I should have paid for this, because then I could have protected the wolf. I could have made the wolf a 3/3. Because the opponent just goes, what, to 9 here? Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. For sure. I wasn't even thinking about that, because if I paid, the wolf would be a 3/3 and I can make it a 5/5. Huh. Okay, well, 'tis what it is. Opponent's at 8. I will go ahead and pay after the fact, because I can have Froghemoths back-to-back that are huge. I mean, I get a 5/5 and a 5/5 Froghemoth, and I'm okay with that. I mean, if you have a land, you got to play it, opponent. I mean, Battle of Frost and Fire, you're only at 8. Unless you got a whole bunch of counters behind. Or maybe you have some real faith in... Yeah, I was going to say, that's the only thing that makes sense. I could have ended the game this turn, though. Okay, well, Froghemoth won. Okay. Might as well remove what's there. I mean, if they can deal with 2 Froghemoths, then so be it. We're going to lose this one. And a creature is not good enough, because we can Froghemoth and fight next turn. So what's your plan, opponent? If your plan is just put a 3/4 in the way, that doesn't really help you either, though. Well, they don't know that, though. Alright. Froghemoth. You counter one, and you take trample from the other one. I mean, I'm going to split the damage up on these. And like I said, I still have the inscription, so shouldn't really change much here. Yep. Sure. I mean, I don't really know what we're doing here. Like, I don't think the opponent realizes they're still dead, but just to drive the point home, let's put some counters on our dude. Just to say you're extra dead. Alright. Well, the games were actually pretty fast, except for that one with the skeletons and the Vorpal swords and whatever that was. I mean, credit to the opponent, because that deck was actually sweet. But, oh my gosh, it was so much to get through. I'm really surprised we won that. But Anyway, besides that one game, the games are actually pretty fast, so that's really cool. Another reason to play this deck, it'll help you clear your dailies very quickly. As for what we would change, I think I'm in the ballpark of removing one Innkeeper and maybe one Yasharn, I think, to play another Feladar's Retreat and another copy of Elite Spellbinder. I think Elite Spellbinder is just so good. To not have 4 just seems a little bit silly, especially since we can pump it up a couple different ways between the Aspirant and the Ranger class. I think that just makes it even more of a reason to go ahead and go heavy on them. And though Yasharn is good, it is easily removed by a lot of the removal that's being played, so I'd rather take my chances doing that. And like I said, we weren't heavy on needing the Innkeeper, so cutting those are probably fine. I think those are the changes I'm going to make in the final version. Now for today's spotlight, we're going to talk about Bear Umbra. And this is a card that if you're newer, you may not have seen one of these before, but there was a whole series of cards that were just Umbras. I believe they were all white and green, or the only ones that come to mind. But anyway, you put them on creatures, and they had an ability, so they worked just like normal auras. But then if your creature were to die, they had an ability called Totem Armor that meant your creature wasn't going to die. You just remove all the damage, you get rid of the enchantment, and you get to keep the creature. That's pretty fantastic. And if you didn't know, go pick yourself up some, because these are actually really good. Still in a lot of different formats. I still see them played periodically in games, especially since Bear Umbra has a really good ability. So go ahead, snag those up. They're actually really cool. They're still fun to play with. And it's a great way to protect your creatures, which is awesome, because we all like playing enchantments, but it sucks whenever you kind of get 2 for 1 and then you don't get really anything for it. At least this way, you get something for it still. You get to keep your creature. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, like always. You'll also see links for things if you're shopping at Ultra Pro, TCGPlayer, or Amazon. Please click one of those URLs before you do your shopping. Mostly because it'll help the channel out, and you don't have to do anything else but just click that URL. But if you want some stuff for fun, you can come by and just check out our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch streams, or just come hang out in the Discord. We're spending a lot of time talking about new decks, new standard, new cards that are getting released, so you can be part of all those conversations too if you swing by. And finally, if you haven't, please remember to like, subscribe, sub, support, do all that wonderful stuff. But most importantly, even if it's not just my channel, any content creator you watch, please remember to share all the content, because that's really what helps get their name out there and helps grow the channels. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.